Hello students and welcome to the lecture. So students, as we know that we are covering the previous year questions of various topics, and in the previous lecture we had done with the economics part. In this lecture, basically we are going to start with the general science section. Okay, our pattern will be the same. 15th questions will be covered in this lecture. 15th will be covered in the next lecture. Okay, time period for 40, 30, 20 and 15 seconds will be remain as it is. Okay, either we will learn the new things or we'll be revising the previous things. Okay, these all are the manifesto of this lecture. With this note, let's start this lecture. First, general science we are going to cover, as we know, and the first question we have: concave mirror always forms an image which is real and erect, virtual and erect, real and inverted, virtual and inverted. 30 seconds you have to think and answer. Your time starts now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Time's up. Correct answer is C. Okay. So basically the concave mirror always formed a real and inverted image. Okay. So basically understanding this question, we must understand the cases of image formation by concave mirror. Okay, if we are able to understand these cases, we will able to understand the concept of behind this question. Okay, so basically there are 6 questions regarding the concave mirror. First case is, now this is the mirror. Okay, some things I would like to clear here. Okay, before go with the diagrams. This is basically known as the surface of mirror. Okay, the middle point basically known as the principal axis. Okay, the first point is known as the focus. Second point is known as the center of curvature. Okay, and this particular line is basically known as the focal length. Okay, just write down these points, then we will proceed with the concepts. Okay, so now I hope you have written these lines. Now let's start with the case. This is the principal axis. This is the focus. This is the center of curvature. Okay. Now, first case we have when the object is at infinity. Okay. So the first ray comes from this side. The second ray comes from this side. Okay. After hitting the surface, the first row will divert. Similarly, the second row will divert, and the image will formed at the focus. So remember, when the object is at infinity, the image will be at focus. Second will be highly diminished. All right, this is our first case. Okay, and it will be real and inverted. Just remember one thing: if image is forming on the right side beyond the mirror surface, the image will be virtual. if the image is forming at the left side, or you can say front of the mirror surface, then image will be real. Okay. In this case, because our image is formed at that point, that's why the image is the real and inverted. If the image will be formed beyond this, then it will be the virtual. Okay. So it is the first case. Now, let's have a discussion over the second case. Okay. The second case is when the object is beyond the curvature. It's the focus point. Case is object is beyond center of curvature, or you can say C. Okay. Now, in this scenario, first ray will become from this side. Okay. Second ray, and this ray will be goes like this. Okay. And the second ray will crossing from this side and will hit the, goes from this side. Okay. And then meet this point at there. Okay. So you can say when the object is beyond the center of curvature. Okay. Let me make it little bit clear for you. Okay. Then the image will form between C and F. Okay. As I had already tell you, what do you mean by C and what do you mean by F? Second, it is real and inverted. Okay. And the third point is it is smaller in size. Alright. So remember this point. Now let's talk about the third case. It is a second case. Just look it carefully. The object is at the place beyond the curvature. First ray cut from this side. Second ray cut from this side. The image formed between the C and F. These are details about the image part, like between C and F, real and inverted, and smaller in size. Okay. Now the third case we have is, now let's talk about the third case. This is the mirror surface. This is the focus. This is the center of curvature. Okay. Now the third case is when the object is at the curvature, like this one. Okay. So the first ray will go like this. Okay. The second ray will go like this. Okay. And the image will be formed here. Okay. So what we had noticed, when the object is at the center of curvature, then the image formed at center of curvature itself. Okay. Second, image will be of the same size. Okay. Third, image will be real and inverted. Alright. Remember, whenever the object is at the center of curvature, image will be formed at the center of curvature, will be of the same size, and will be of the real and inverted. Okay. Now, let's discuss about the third scenario. Okay. Sorry, fourth scenario. Third we had discussed. Now the fourth scenario. It is between C and F. Now it is between the center of curvature and the focus, like somewhere this point. This is then object. First image will go like this. Okay. Second ray will go like this. Or if we make it more precise, okay. Then this will be the image point. First ray go like this. Second ray go like this. Okay. So what we had noticed? We had noticed the 3 points here. Image will be beyond the center of curvature, or you can say beyond the C. First point we had noticed. Second will be enlarged, then object. Third point will be real and inverted. This was the fourth point. Okay. So remember these points. First, image beyond the C. Second, enlarged than the object. Third, real and inverted. Okay. Now, fifth point. Fifth point we have when the object is on the focus. Here is the object. So the first ray will goes like this. Second ray will goes like this. Okay. Alright, there is some mistake. The first ray will go like this. Second ray will go like this. Okay. Now in this case, there will be the 3 points to discuss. Okay. First, image will be at infinity because there is parallel lines and there is no certain point they are meeting. So we assume the image will be formed at the infinity. Second point, highly enlarged. Then the object. Okay. And the third point, real and inverted. Okay. Now, the last point we have to discuss is its focus, its curvature. Object is in front of the before the F. It is the 6th point. Now what will happen? It is the first ray will hit and go like this. Second ray will go like this. Then what will happen in this scenario? We assume the dotted line which will meet somewhere this side. Okay. Now there are some points which are different than the usual points. First, the image is forming on the right side. So the image is the virtual image, as I had told you earlier. Okay. Second, image is the enlarged point. Okay. Third, it is beyond the mirror. Alright. So students, these are the 6 cases of the concave mirrors which were important from the examination point of view, which I had told you. Okay. Now, I hope you have got the concept behind this question. Let's move forward. Now the second question we have, vitamin requires cobalt for its activity. The vitamin is vitamin B12, D, B2, A. 20 seconds you have to think and answer. Time starts now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20. Time's up. The correct answer is A. So basically, B12 helps the cobalt for the metabolism activity. Okay. For the body, or you can say the food you are procuring, so that food could be utilized for providing the energy. That's why there is a metabolism activity in which cobalt is working with the help of B12. Okay. Third question we have, one of the constituents of the tear gas is ethane, ethanol, ether, chloropicrin. Okay. So students, it is the one word question answer. Okay. So 15 seconds you have to think and answer. Your time starts now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13th, 14th, 15th. Time's up. 6. Chloropicrin is basically used in the tear gas and it is the irritant particle which generally affects the eyes. Okay. Now the fourth question we have, modulus of rigidity is the ratio of longitudinal stress to longitudinal strain, volume stress to volume strain, shearing stress to shearing strain, tensile stress to tensile strain. 15 seconds you have to think and answer. Your time starts now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13th, 14th, 15th. Time's up. The correct answer is B. Okay. So basically we are talking about the stress and strain. Okay. So it is the part of the elasticity. Elasticity is basically the property of any body by which it can get its original size after the deformation. Like you have a circular rubber band. You stretch it like this. But when you release it, it will again be a circular shape. So this is the example of elasticity. It is of the three main types. Longitudinal, when you change the length. Volume, when you change the volume. Shearing, when you change the shape. Okay. But because we are talking about the modulus of rigidity, then it is related with the volume stress to the volume strain. Okay. Fifth question we have, propagation of sound waves in gas involves adiabatic compression and refraction, isothermal compression and refraction, isochoric compression and refraction, isobaric compression and rarefaction. 15 seconds you have to think and answer. Time starts now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13th, 14th, 15th. Time's up. Correct answer is A. Okay. Now the sixth question we have, atomic clock based on transitions in sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium. 15 seconds you have to think and answer. Time starts now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13th, 14th, 15th. Time's up. The correct answer is calcium. So basically if we talk about the atomic clock, then this is like a normal clock, but it is working on the resonance. And now what is the resonance? It is the natural frequency of any body. Okay. So resonance is basically the phenomena when the natural frequency of one body get matched with the natural frequency of the another body. Okay. So in the atomic clocks, the cadmium atoms are used to matching their frequency or resonance together to be used as a clock. Okay. So remember, atomic clock basically use the kcm. All right. Seventh question we have, plasma membrane in eukaryotic cell is made of. Now this question I had told you so many times when we were discussing about the cell biology. So I think that 15 seconds is more than the enough time to answer this question. Okay. But I have provided 15 seconds. So you have 15 seconds to answer. Your time starts now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13th, 14th, 15th. Time's up. The correct answer is, sorry, not this one, phospholipid. Okay. So phospholipid is basically the main constituents of the plasma membrane, which is generally found in the eukaryotic cells. All right. Now this is for the eukaryotic cells, or you can say for the animal cells basically. But what about the plant cell? So as we know, plant cells are made up of the cell wall. Okay. And unlike the plasma membrane, which is not so rigid but flexible, cell wall is the rigid in nature and it is made of the cellulose. Okay. Plasma membrane having the prime function to ensure the exchange of materials. Exchange of materials between the cell and the surroundings, whereas cell wall is primarily focused on the shape of the cell. Okay, so remember these details. Let's move forward. Eighth question we have, which one of the following is also called the power plants of the cell? Or you can say basically the powerhouse of the cell. Golgi body, mitochondrion, ribosomes, lysosomes. 20 seconds you have to think and answer. Your time starts now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th. Time's up. The correct answer is B, mitochondria. In the previous lectures, I had told you mitochondria is basically the digestion area of food in cells. Or you can also say that it is the kitchen of cell. And why I am saying this? Because whatever food you are having it to providing you energy. Okay. But your cells could not consume the food directly you are eating. That's the main thing. So what will happen? Mitochondria basically change typical food particles into smaller food particles, or you can say simple food particles, so that your cells and the cells organs could have a benefit from that food. Okay, so that's why it is considered as a digestion area of food in cells, and that also considered as a kitchen of cell. And it is the part outside the cell which having its own DNA. Okay, which means deoxyribonucleic acid. Okay. Ninth question we have, what is the chemical name of vinegar? Citric acid, acetic acid, pyruvic acid, malic acid. 15 seconds you have to think and answer. Time starts now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13th, 14th, 15th. Time's up. So the correct answer is B. Acetic acid. Okay. So basically, if we talk about the vinegar or the acetic acid, then I had told you it is also known as the ethanoic acid. And ethanoic acids 6 to 7% in the water is known as the acetic acid. And if we talk about the ethanoic acid, then it is prepared with the ethanol reaction with potassium dichromate and sulfuric acid. Okay, in which the potassium dichromate plays a role of reducing agent, means reduce the oxygen level. Okay, and sulfuric acid basically acidify the solution. Alright, so remember these details. Acetic acid is also known as glaciated acid because it often freezes at the lower temperatures. Okay. 10th question we have. Which of the following is not a property of heavy water? Boiling point of heavy water is lower than of the ordinary water. Density of heavy water is higher than of the ordinary water. Freezing point of heavy water is higher than of the ordinary water. It produces corrosion. By reading the options, you can get the answer. So 15 seconds you have to think an answer. Your time starts now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Time's up. Correct answer is A. So basically, if I'm talking about the heavy water, then it is having the more density than ordinary water. Like the option 2 you can see here. And whenever there is a more density, it means it requires more temperature to be burned off or to get a boiled point. Okay. And if it is true, then the boiling point of heavy water is not lower than the ordinary water, but higher than ordinary water because it contains the more constituents. So that's why you require more heat and more temperature or boiling point. So if we read it carefully, the options itself, we will find the answer should be A. Because boiling point of heavy water could not be lower than the ordinary water if the density of heavy water is higher. Okay. Now the 11th question we have. In which of the following process energy is released? Respiration, photosynthesis, ingestion, absorption. 15 seconds you have to think an answer. Your time starts now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Time's up. Correct answer is A. Respiration. So respiration is basically the process of metabolism. Like whatever food you have intaken, now you are required to use the energy. But you cannot use the energy directly from the food. So that's why we require breaking down of the food for further uses. And that's why we require the respiration. In respiration, oxygen basically used for the breaking down of food. Okay. And a huge amount of energy released. So by analyzing the facts and figures, we will find out the answer the answer A is the correct answer of the 11th question. Alright. 12th question we have. Animals living in the tree trunks are known as arboreal, volant, amphibious, aquatic. 15 seconds you have to think an answer. Your time starts now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13th, 14th, 15th. Time's up. Correct answer is arboreal. Alright. 13th question we have, in input frequency of a full wave rectifier be n, then output frequency would be. Basically, this type of questions are no longer come in the examination, but because we have it, so we will go with the one go. If you know the answer by seeing the options, then it is good. If you don't, then don't be fear, because this type of questions are no longer asked. Okay. So with this, your time starts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13th, 14th, 15th. Time's up. Correct answer is A. Okay. 14 seconds we have. 14th question we have. Heat transfer horizontally within the atmosphere is called conduction, convection, absorption, advection. 15 seconds you have to think an answer. Your time starts now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13th, 14th, 15th. Time's up. Correct answer is advection. All the other three, conduction, convection, absorption, they are for the vertical transfer. Advection is for the horizontal transfer. Alright. 15th question we have, which is very easy. Noise is measured in what? REM, centigrade, decibel. Believe me, it is very easy question. 15 seconds you have to think an answer. Your time starts now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13th, 14th, 15th. Time's up. Correct answer is D. So basically, noise is a phenomena of the sound, and because sound is measured in the decibel, so automatically the noise will be measured in the decibel. So students, in this lecture we had covered the 15 questions. I know most of you find out that the phase of the understanding of the question and attempting the question is little bit fast. Yes, it was. Okay. And it was intentionally done. I'm literally telling you it is intentionally done so that you people may have some brain practice. Okay. In this lecture, we had covered the topics which were not familiar to us, but we had understood them in a little time. Okay. Which means that we are practicing our brain for the better score in the examination. So in the next lecture, we will cover with the 15th more question. Till then, just revise all the facts and figures we have discussed in this in this lecture, and prepare yourself for the next lecture. With this note, let's end this lecture and thank you.